it's Nancy Drew. Welcome to my latest cyber mystery, Message in a Haunted Mansion. Choose your difficulty level to start off. If you're new to adventure games, you might want to click on the tutorial button to learn how to play the game.
Hey guys, MaxLPQueen here, and welcome to, yes, you can see it, Nancy Drew Message in a Haunted Mansion. So I should say maybe welcome back to the next installment of our Nancy Drew series of games. And some of you, if you are Nancy Drew fans, you might be a little bit confused as to why we're playing a Message in a Haunted Mansion, because this is the second game for us. But technically, it's the third game in the series, not the second. But we will get into that later. I just wanted to go ahead and get started here because obviously we're going to be playing through the game. Hopefully it won't take too long. It'll be kind of a short game because this is not a very long game, kind of like Secrets Can Kill, the first one. It's pretty short. So I'm going to go ahead and get on into this, and then I can tell you guys about everything that's going to be going on, because a lot that you see on the screen went into this, okay? This is a lot of stuff that I had to do to get this to play and to play this game, okay? It was a lot, believe me. And I'm just glad I can finally play it. And I'm able to show it to you guys. But it took some work. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue, get into the game, and then we'll talk about all that in a minute. So here we are, we've arrived at the Haunted Mansion.
Dear Beth, hello from stormy San Francisco. This time I'm staying in a beautiful Victorian mansion. You'd love the room I'm in. It's full of old Chinese furnishings and some interesting knickknacks. The owner of the house, Rose Green, is a friend of Hannah and asked me to come out and help her with some renovation work. She and her friend Abby hope to turn the place into a bed and breakfast by next month. But from what I gathered, Rose isn't sure if she can open in time. Ever since they started the renovations, they've had a lot of accidents. Could it be just bad luck, or is there something more sinister at work? I'm sure I'll find out. Love, Nancy.
Alright, so here we are. First day in the mansion, and we're into the game now. I'm gonna do one thing, because this is the first thing we need to do. We need to read this here tapestry.
Listen, my child, to this story of dreams, and know that the beginning is more difficult than it seems. When the 10 daughters are reunited in order, when the 4-sided box loses its border, when the eye of the phoenix is in your hand, when the bird of fire can see again, when the moon sleeps and the sun plays, the king of the sky will shine his ray, and hidden beneath a river of colors will lie a gate to golden wonders.
Alright, so we need to read this. We need to keep this in mind here, because this is going to be very, very, very useful to us for the rest of the game. All these highlighted words are going to be pretty important for us to remember. So we'll just keep those in mind. Just wanted to let you guys see that. But I basically wanted to play this game in a walkthrough style. So we're basically going to be doing a complete walkthrough, I guess you could say. Normally when I play through the games, I don't like to use the walkthroughs. I just like to play it, and then we kind of get into things and see if we can figure it out for ourselves. But I am going to be playing this game walkthrough style because unfortunately this one is not my favorite. I actually really didn't like this one, and I hate to say that I didn't like it, but I just, this game was very tedious to me, and it was just very, very obnoxious at times because I got very confused. I got really frustrated with some of the puzzles and some of the things that you had to do. And actually, if I can show you guys here, because we're going to be looking around our room, this is another one of those games that's going to involve our little friend over here. Well, actually, you guys don't know about this, but I do. So this little guy here is going to be our best friend, apparently. If you played any of the Nancy Drew series, you know that the beginning games tend to run on a clock schedule for some odd reason. I have no idea why. They run on a time schedule for some reason. I have no idea. But, look, I can't even get out. Yeah, I don't want to set the alarm. But basically, we're going to be needing that clock for most of this game, which is unfortunately a little bit annoying, but whatever. Some of them involve time elements where you have to be at a certain place at a certain time. You'll see that a little bit later. And that's one of the reasons why I found it a little bit annoying and difficult. Because of that. I just did not like the time element of it because it didn't really work for me. The game was tedious. I wasn't a fan. So I unfortunately didn't enjoy it myself. So I'll go ahead.
When the 10 daughters are reunited in order.
I'll go ahead and play through as a walkthrough type thing. For you. Just so, you know, we can do this and continue on to our next one. Because I am planning ahead, basically, to all of the Nancy Drew series. Because we are going to be playing through all of them. Unfortunately, besides, so far, just besides number 2. Yeah. So you were probably wondering, since I am playing through the game, you were probably wondering why in the world we're playing through number 3 instead of number 2. Well, I tried really hard to get number 2 to work. Number 2 has been the one that most people apparently have found very difficult to complete. I don't know why, but it's such an old game. This one's old as well. These games came out in like 1999. So running them on new systems is definitely a lot more difficult of a task than it was back then. So I'll get more into that in a minute, but we do need to talk to someone here real quick.
Hello, Nancy. I see you've arrived safely from your long journey. But I'm sensing an aura of danger around you. I can tell you're an inquisitive type, a little skeptical, and that you don't believe in ghosts.
Well, how do you know that I don't believe in ghosts?
How do you know I don't believe in ghosts?
I know many things. I know how to communicate with the spirits, and I know things about people that they don't tell me. Call it intuition or ESP. The spirits in this house are interested in you, especially since you don't believe in them. Watch out. They may give you a rough time just to get your attention.
Do you think these spirits are responsible for the recent accidents?
I sense a very strong but restless spirit within these walls. And a restless spirit can soon become an angry spirit.
Does your intuition tell you who could be behind these recent accidents?
I'm not sure, but for some reason the name Valdez has a strong connection with this mansion.
Well, you'll be the first to know if I find a ghost floating over my bed.
Do you dare mock the supernatural? Just bear in mind what I've told you about this place. Spirits of the deceased can do unimaginable harm, especially to those who don't believe. Now, if you will please excuse me, I need to prepare myself for this evening. At that time, more will be revealed.
Okay, well, apparently she's got something big planned for tonight for us. But like I was saying, Secrets Can Kill is the first game, and the second game in the series is called Stay Tuned for Danger. Now, I was actually looking forward to playing that game a lot, because if you have played it, then you know what it's about. And for me, it was actually one of those games that I was kind of interested in, because I really enjoy that sort of story type of thing, where it's about kind of like actors and stuff. Basically, the game is about a soap star who has been getting threats and stuff, and you have to figure out who's the one trying to kill him. So I thought it was pretty neat. I actually ended up going ahead and watching someone play through it here on YouTube, instead of playing it myself, because I could not for the life of me get this game to work at all. I just could not get it to work. It was difficult, not a good thing for me. Couldn't get it to work, tried so hard, but just wasn't meant to be, I guess. And I guess this here would be Rose. We do need to talk to her.
Hello, Nancy. I'm very glad you could come out here. We can really use your help, seeing how far we are behind schedule. Are you all ready to do some renovation work?
I sure am. This house must have quite a history. What do you know about it?
Not very much, but Abby found some interesting old papers that might give us clues about the history of the house. They're in the parlor if you want to take a peek. There's also an old-time saloon in the basement, so it's possible the house was once a hotel.
A saloon? Oh, this place really does have a history. Who was the original owner?
Almost all the records on these old houses were destroyed in the Great Earthquake, so we don't know much about the origins of the place. Abby thinks all our accidents were caused by some restless spirit or a curse. I'm not one to believe in bad luck, but it's been one thing after another. Maybe Charlie doesn't have the expertise for these renovations, but his rates are so affordable. I sometimes wonder, though, if this old house would be worth more burned to the ground. Enough chit-chat. Hannah tells me you're a real pro with puzzles. Take a look in the corner. Those wood tiles should fit inside the inlay pattern of the floor. Abby and I tried for hours, but it's just too complicated. I'm sorry for not introducing you around, but everyone posts their schedule here in the dining room. It's kind of like Command Central. Let me know how far you get with that puzzle. And thanks again for helping us, Nancy.
Alright, so we obviously have a puzzle we need to solve. But as you can see here, we have our schedule. Lewis, noon to 5, Charlie, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Abby out from 3 to 6. So yeah, that's where the little clock comes into play, because apparently these guys are going to only be able to be talked to from these hours. And I had so much trouble with this. This is one of the things that frustrated me so much, because this guy right here, Lewis, I could never get Lewis to show up. Never. Never, never, never. I tried so many times to get Lewis to show up, and he was the one that I had the most trouble trying to get and talk to, because you had to talk to everyone. But Abby and Charlie and all them weren't hard to find, weren't hard to get a hold of. Charlie actually at the end there, he was someone I didn't see at all. So it all depends on this little clock right here. It helps you keep track of time, which basically is a good thing, because if you want to talk to Lewis, you're going to have to make it sure you are like pinpoint accurate on talking to him, because apparently he's hard to find. But what do we got here? We got a Asian Pacific Fire Insurance Company. Rose Green. Dear Miss Green, I have amended your fire insurance policy per your instructions. The property located at 4653 California Lane, San Francisco, California, is now insured for the sum of $1 million against fire or earthquake damage. The policy lists you as the sole benefactor. We thank you for your patronage, and please feel free to contact me if you have any further questions. Helen O'Leary. Wow, okay. You put out a $1 million life insurance policy and you're talking about wanting to burn the place to the ground? That's not looking good for you, Rose. Maybe all these accidents might have been your fault to begin with. You think? But we do need to do something here for her. We have this little puzzle here that we should probably solve, because this is another one of the things that about this game that I did not like. Because this puzzle is very, very, very finicky. You have to literally put these pieces in the right place, and there cannot be any white showing at all, or you will not be able to complete the puzzle. So I definitely had to look it up and try to figure out how to solve it. Hopefully I won't have to do that this time, because I've kind of got a basic knowledge of how they go together and where they go. So basically I want to make sure that nothing white is showing up, which can be very difficult, and the tile will light up. That to me signifies that it's in the right place, and that's where I need to set it when it lights up like that. That's what I'm assuming. I'm assuming that's how it works, and I'm pretty sure this is the right way. I know there's like 2 ways to solve it or something, but I feel like this way was the right way to do it. But the puzzles in the game kind of frustrated me. The clock aspect of it really frustrated me. It just wasn't entertaining and fun to me. So unfortunately, I'm going to be doing this as a complete walkthrough. just so we can be like, okay, we've finished the game, and we've gotten through everything, so we can continue on to the next game in the series. Yes, like I said, I could not play number 2, Stay Tuned for Danger. I tried really hard to play that game, I really did. I tried to get it working, and I could not get it to work. I had all the errors that everybody else had with the not being able to install it in the right area. I also had the trouble with, apparently I have a sound problem issue. I don't know, it's some error that says that the game plays differently now with some different type of sound, and you need to check your sound card. I have a really good computer, so I don't think it's on my end. It's just the game is so old that I'm not able to play it, which is unfortunate because I really was looking forward to it. Obviously, if you would like to see the game, I would highly recommend going and finding one. There's probably 2 or 3 here on YouTube anyway, and it's actually pretty cool. I watched it. It was probably about an hour, 2, 3, maybe. It wasn't that long. It was like an hour and 50 minutes. But it was actually a really good game, and I'm super sad that I wasn't able to play it myself. So as you can tell, this is not as easy as it looks. One of the things that I'm very frustrated about this game is because I have to literally get this little white piece right here not to show up. Ugh. Very annoying sometimes. There we go. Okay, managed to get it done. Thank you. But I'm going to be using my phone, like I said. I've got the walkthrough, the visual walkthrough, the worded walkthrough, if you want to call it that. I don't know what to say about it. It's basically telling me exactly where to go and what to do. I'm going to use this as my guide to get me through the game because I can do whatever I want to do, and I did do that myself. So definitely, I can do it. I just got stuck in some places, and it really would have helped out if I would have just went through with a walkthrough. So now we need to go and talk to Rose and tell her, of course, that we finished the puzzle.
How's that inlay puzzle coming
Alright, we
along?
finished it.
I finished it.
Wonderful! But now I've got something else for you. I set up a ladder upstairs so you can chip off the broken tiles on the hallway ceiling. You'll need to look around for a chisel or paint scraper for the job. I'm not sure where Charlie keeps them.
Okay. Let's go ahead and ask about Abby.
How did you meet Abby?
She was the drama coach back in River Heights, and we worked on a couple of plays together. My bid on this house was too low, so she pitched in her savings to help me get the place. If it weren't for Abby, I couldn't have afforded this place.
Okay. Well, what's she planning then? She said she's got something planned for tonight.
What is Abby planning for tonight?
She's putting on some kind of seance tonight to contact these ghosts or whatever she thinks is causing all of these accidents.
Okay, well, guess we gotta let her get back to work.
I can see you're busy. I'll let you go.
So long.
Alright, so I guess we need to move on and go talk to our next suspect. I don't think there's anything else we need to look at in here. We can if we want to. Now, I cannot see that, of course. But if you want to go ahead, I'll do like I did with the first game. And if you want to read this, gladly go ahead and pause and read it, whatever you want to do. I will not be reading through it because, like I said in the previous game, I had already read through the game and all the books and stuff in it already, so I don't need to read through it myself. But I think that should be it for in here. We do need to get going and check out the rest of this place. This is a really big mansion. It's really big. And we'll need to look around the whole entire place. Like she said, downstairs area here is a freaking saloon. It used to be. And here's our next person we'll need to talk to.
Hi, you must be Nancy. My name's Charlie.
Which one should we do?
Nice to meet you. Rose and Abby really have their hands full with this house.
Yeah, most of these Victorian mansions need a lot of work, but I don't mind getting my hands dirty, you know? This place will look great once it's finished.
Maybe we should find out more about him.
I can see that. But what do you like to do when you're not renovating Victorian mansions? Any hobbies?
I'm taking classes at the local community college. I really like history. That's why it's neat to live. I mean, work here, because everything is so old. It's got real character.
Rose told me that there have been a lot of accidents lately. What do you think is causing them?
I have no idea. People are blaming me, but it's not my fault. I know what I'm doing. I know how to do this work. Listen, Nancy, I really need to get back to work. I'm repairing some floorboards, so be careful walking around. Rose was looking for you earlier. Maybe she has something for you to do.
Okay,
See ya.
well, I mean, she already said she had something for me to do. She wants me to fix something. I don't think we can do anything with the piano yet.
It's
All the
stuck.
stuff here is stuck. We don't need to worry about that. I don't know why we're looking up here. Oh, a book. Okay. Famous non-alcoholic drinks and how to mix them. Ooh, I did look through this as well. It was actually pretty cool. I wouldn't mind drinking some of these drinks myself, because I'm definitely a fan of non-alcoholic drinks. I don't know why, I can't find any alcoholic beverage that I actually like. I found one when I went on my cruise, but I had maybe 2 of them through the whole entire 5-day cruise. I just wasn't a big fan of alcoholic drinks. I don't know. But these actually look pretty good. A minty festival punch or a ginger whisper. Sound very yummy. Alright, we have bed and breakfast on the rise, so B&B boom here. Probably talking about I think they were talking about bed and breakfast as being a big thing, not about the mansion itself, because I do believe Rose wants to turn the mansion into a bed and breakfast. That's her actual goal. Because there's already people living here, of course. Abby's here and Charlie's staying here. Just all kinds of different things. So she probably is renovating it for those reasons. But I think... Actually, there's probably something over here. Let's check out this piece of paper here. Scandal, horror, outrage. There's something there you can read if you would like to read that as well. Yeah, we're gonna play through this walkthrough style. We're gonna just go through the whole entire game like, of course, it's supposed to be played so that we can do everything the right way and we won't have to worry about messing up or getting stuck or anything like that. It's actually been quite a while since I have played this game. I played through it one time myself, and then I was kind of just like, not really wanting to play through the game that much.
It's missing
Just
an
kind
eye.
of wanting to just play through it just for the sake of being able to play myself. There is a paint scraper there, I'll take that. I was really wanting to play through it because I haven't played through the Nancy Drew games. I've only played through like 2, I believe. I talked about this before. And I played through about 2 of them. So, I definitely am happy to play them. But this one, like I said, not my favorite whatsoever. And it's only because of everything that you have to do, basically, to get everything going where you want it to go, and basically to get the game to flow the way that you want it to flow. Alright, so what do we got here? Something about a... Oh! Hello! That's not what I'm talking about. Some kind of... What the heck is the lamp? Supposed to be looking at a lamp? No, that's where you can talk to. Well, I don't see any lamp. Enter the parlor door. Close the door. Lamp on the table by the sofa. Oh, okay. So we need to look at this box here. Look at all these papers. Looks like a bunch of, I don't actually know. I guess they're addresses? Are these addresses? List of subscribers, June 18th, 1894. Telephone company. Must be people who own the telephones back then. And we have Maxwell, Messenger, and Moss. September 12, 1906. Dear Sir, we are pleased to announce that your bid for the auction property located at 4653 California Lane has been accepted. The simple estate interests have now been transferred through the charitable trust set up by the property's grantor for the benefit of the Ladies' Protection and Relief Society. Faithfully yours, G. Metzger, attorney at law. Okay. We need to find the writing desk. That would probably be this right here, right? Yes, let's look in this drawer here. See what we got. We got some papers in here. Oh wow. I'm so bad at reading this. Kind of hard to see. Dear Hugh, I'm doing great. How are you? Yes, the rumors are true. I bought myself a Victorian mansion. It's funny you should mention Abby. She's actually the one who decided to go in on this venture with me. We're still in the process of restoring the place. It's a lot of fun, but also a lot of hard work. We're beginning to get a little worried that we'll fall behind schedule if we're not careful. There have been several accidents lately that have interfered with our work. Then when you visit, you can stay in the Chinese room. We've just bought some new... Oh my gosh. I cannot read cursive at all. This sounds so terrible. We just bought some new furniture for the room. We're just waiting for the wallpaper to dry before we move everything in. With all of the distractions and the schedule, by the time I finish writing this letter, I'm sure we'll have completed the renovations altogether. I'll try to get it into the mail before. That's it? I'll try to get it into the mail before. Okay, well, I did a terrible job at reading that, but hey, you get the gist of it, okay? She's telling these people about the accidents that's going on. This is a letter to Rose. Dear Rose, how are you doing? I haven't gotten messages from you in some time. I hope life is treating you well. Last I heard of you, you were in the middle of planning some sort of crazy scheme to buy an old Victorian mansion. So whatever became of that? Did you buy it now? Did you buy it? Now, how can you afford to do something like that? Who did you find as a partner to help lead this plan? I hate to admit it, but I haven't been up to a whole lot lately. Life around here has been pretty dull. Nothing too great is happening here. Just a bit of the same old. I need to fall into wealth, fame, and fortune, so I'll have more to write about. How's your cat and that friend of yours, Abby? The last time we spoke, she talked a lot about gold and its great spiritual significance. Maybe I'll follow your lead and take an ambitious project of my own. I could use the money. I've been saving to drive Oh, to drive out west to visit you. An adventure on the road could be just the key to motivate me. If some of the rumors I've heard of your buying this house are true, I'll definitely have to come and visit. I'll use this excuse of coming to visit to check out your new investment. I'm learning Chinese and also considering taking a trip to Beijing. A friend of mine sent me a poem she wrote in Chinese the other day. Now I want to go there. Well, enough rambling. I've got to go, but I hope to hear from you soon. Yours truly, Hugh Stradner. Oh, okay. So, you wrote her the letter. And she wrote a letter back to him, but I guess she never gave it to him. Weird. Okay. Let's go ahead and exit out of here. I don't think there's anything else we need to worry about right now. Let's go up the stairs.
I see you.
Okay. That was awkward. Okay, turn left. Go back to your room. Okay, well I guess we need to go back to our room. Well, alrighty then. We'll go back to the room. And get ready to... Ow! Okay, what the heck was that? These weird noises going on around this place. We're gonna check out the suitcase here and check out the journal because we have actually wrote down some new stuff in our journal. But I'm going to actually go ahead and end it off in our room here. Because we basically took a tour around the mansion and we kind of got some stuff going on. A little bit of things. Not a lot, but we're getting this walkthrough started. And that's what I wanted to do today, is I wanted to get quite a few things done, and then we can go ahead and start in with some official investigating next episode. But for now, we're going to go ahead and end it off here, guys. And I will see you next time in some more Nancy Drew Message in a Haunted Mansion. Well, I guess you can call it a walkthrough, because that's what we're going to do. We're going to walk through this whole game. See you guys next time.